Welcome all to the lecture series of Mechanical Engineering Materials. In this series, we will look into all the concepts, all the topics that will be covered into Mechanical Engineering Materials. Now first, let's understand why this subject is introduced in your curriculum. With the advance made in the field of material science, millions of materials are now available to cater various needs of mankind. These needs and services leads to the properties that to be developed in the materials. Therefore, this subject has gathered a lot of attraction. During the course of this lecture series, we'll go through various types of materials available around us, starting from the materials that we use in day-to-day life to materials that will be used to specific purposes. We'll categorize this material into various categories depending upon their mechanical properties as well as physical properties and their applications. Now, to start off this lecture series, our first topic today is introduction of the teaching scheme and understanding syllabus along with the exam pattern. So, introduction of teaching scheme, we'll first go through what are the course outcomes of mechanical engineering material. First course outcome is to identify the properties of material. So, in unit number 1, you will get to know what are the different properties that are associated with various materials around us. These properties are mainly classified into mechanical properties and physical properties, and we will also get to learn with various practicals that how we can measure these properties of any certain material. Our second course outcome will be selecting a relevant ferrous materials for mechanical components. Here in this unit number 2, we'll go through various type of ferrous materials that are available, and uh, depending upon their properties how these materials should be selected for any particular job. Next thing, select relevant cast iron for engineering application. Similar as the ferrous material, here also our agenda is to find out a suitable cast iron for our required output. Next thing is use non-ferrous materials for mechanical components. Here also we'll go through in various non-ferrous materials that are available to us and classify them depending upon their properties. Next course outcome will be suggest relevant advanced materials for mechanical components. Here, as the name suggests, we will be looking into various advanced materials that have come after certain research to us, and will find out their application in today's day-to-day life. Next, select relevant heat treatment processes. Here in this course outcome or in this topic, we will go through various type of heat treatment processes available, so to find out the best suitable option for our requirement. As you can see, the course outcome is nothing but different types of topic that will go through all this lecture series, and this outcome is nothing but the whatever the components or whatever the topic that you will get to learn at the end of this series. Next is teaching scheme. As you can see, the teaching scheme consists of different types, different sections. First is the number of lectures along with number of practicals that will be there. So in over a period of 1 week, we'll be having 3 lectures along with 2 practicals. Now next thing is finding out the examination scheme. As you can see, the theory marks are divided into 2 groups. First is the 70-mark groups, which will be your theory online examination, and 30 marks are your internal practical examination. These 30 marks will consist of 10 marks for your micro project assessment, along with 20 marks for your average of 2 unit tests that will be taken during this semester year. So as you can see, apart from that, these 100 marks, you will have practical marks, uh, having 25 marks for your practical examination, end semester practical examination, and 25 marks for your internal practical that will be based on your manual and other practical activities that you will be performing during this semester. So total you will be having 150 marks of for your mechanical engineering materials. Now the next thing is syllabus discussion. As you can see here, we have the outline of our syllabus in front of us. The first unit will be basics of engineering materials. In this unit, you will be going through various types of properties that are related to engineering material. These are the basic properties. from physical as well as mechanical properties, and you will get to differentiate materials on basis on these mechanical as well as physical properties. This is the basic topic or basic unit in this for this subject. And once you get an hands of different types of basic engineering materials, it will be easy to classify them depending upon their various properties. The next unit is steel and its alloys. After finding out the basic engineering materials, we'll be going further into the steel and its alloys. What exactly steel is, and how its alloys are made, and what are their properties, and where they should be used. Similarly, in unit number 3, we'll learn about cast iron. In this cast iron, we'll go through how the cast iron are made, or why they are so important, how they are different from the other materials like steel or its alloys, and where they should be used, what are their applications. Next, non-ferrous materials and alloys. Here we'll go through the non-ferrous metals and alloys. Non-ferrous metals and alloys are nothing but the non-ferrous metals are nothing but the metals which are not attracted to the your magnet, or we don't have the magnetic properties, they don't have iron present inside them. We'll go into details during this discussion of this unit, but as of now, just understand, in every unit you will be going through different types of materials available, and their properties, as well as their alloys and their applications. Next is non-metallic and advanced materials. Here we'll go through non-metallic and advanced material. Here we'll mostly look into the materials which are not metallic, like plastic materials, ceramic materials, which we use in day-to-day life, from our water bottles to our dining plates and etc. In case of advanced material, we'll be looking into various advanced material available in today's time, that are used for very specific purposes, for like in aircraft industries, in some medical industries, in healthcare industries, etc. As you can know, in today's time, we are looking into various advanced material that are being used in your PPE kit, as well as your corona safety mask, safety gears, that are using advanced materials, which are being helpful to avoid or to reduce the contact with the virus. In such way, we'll be looking into advanced material which are having various different properties useful to the mankind. Finally, heat treatment processes. In this unit, we'll go through various heat treatment processes that are required to enhance the properties of any material, or make a material more suitable to the requirement of the company, or requirement of the environment. Next is the exam pattern. As discussed earlier, out of 150, the 100 marks are divided into 70 marks theory and 30 marks internal marks. So out of these 70 marks, the 70 marks online theory examination will be there, and having said that, you'll have to score minimum 28 marks to clear this online examination. Now let's simply overlook the type of question that will be asked in the online theory examination. As you can see, out of 26% of questions are of easy category. Easy category means the question will be a straightforward question. You just have to remember the answer. There is no you don't have to apply any numerical skills, or don't have to apply any other knowledge that you have learned throughout the course. You just have to remember the word, like it's a simple fill in the blanks type of questions. Next is a moderate type of question. Here you have to there are 37% of questions are of moderate type. Here you have to apply some sort of knowledge that you have learned throughout the course. There may be a numerical in this section, or may not be, but it will be questions are of a bit difficult than the easier type. And finally, the difficult, you will also have the 37% out of 70. So here the question will be more difficult, more application based. You will have to apply all the knowledge that you have learned throughout the course, and find out the answer. There will be numerical question, there will be question depending on the diagram. You will have to identify the different diagram or complete a diagram. So as you can see, to clear the 28%, so if we convert this percentage into a number, so out of 70, around 18 questions will be of easy type, and they'll be having a marks of 1 marks each. Then their moderate questions are around you can say 37%, so it comes around 26-27 questions of moderate type, and similarly 26-25 questions of difficult type. So in order to score 28 marks, you have to have get the maximum marks in easy as well as moderate, even if you don't go for the difficult questions. Now same thing you can understand with this marks distribution. The teaching hours, you don't have to look into teaching hours, just go through the distribution of theory marks. As you can see, RUA, here R means remember, you understand, and A means apply and above. So here R levels is nothing but your easy type of question. So for every unit you can see number of easy questions are already mentioned over here. So for unit number 1, as you can see, the 2 question will be of easy type, 4 will be of your moderate type, and 4 of advanced or difficult type. So for unit 1, maximum number of questions will be of 10 marks. Similarly, you can see for unit 2, maximum number of questions will be of 14 marks, and out of which 4 are for remember or easy type, 4 for moderate or understand type, or remaining 6 are for apply or difficult type. So you can go through remaining units and learn about which unit you should be preferring. We'll go through that with each and every unit, and which topic you should be focusing. We'll definitely go through it with each and every unit, but right now it will just give you an outlook on how to go forward with your preparation of this subject. So this was the today's topic. It was just a brief introduction into your subject, understanding the teaching scheme, understanding the mark distribution, understanding the pattern of examination. Each and every week will come with the different topics and from different units, and try to cover most of the contents of that topic in this through this video lectures. If you have any feedback, you can contact me. I'll be sharing the number on your WhatsApp group. And apart from that, from next topic or next lecture, there will be some small assignments to you guys. These are not big assignments. These are just the prerequisites that are required to go forward with the next lecture. Okay, thank you. Stay safe, stay healthy.